one of the justifications the EC raised to spend our taxes on the compilation of this needless new register was the fact that it needed to replace its system with a more robust system, including the introduction of facial recognition technology. In any case, have you heard of the facial recognition again? When they speak these days, do they talk about facial recognition? It used to be facial recognition, facial recognition, facial recognition. What happened to facial recognition? Technically, any credible biometric system is able to detect duplicate registration in real time and address it. That's why when you go, you use somebody's passport and you get to the airport and they check, it will be found out. Or you're going for a visa and you go and you've been there before, they check, they will find out. That's how a biometric system works. So it beats our imagination that this exercise that is being conducted in the midst of a deadly pandemic, that people will move from one registration center to another to engage in multiple registration. What reason? Why would they do that? Why would somebody register here and go and register there? Why? We are reliably informed that the EC's own biometric system is defective and therefore deduplicating registrants by itself. You recall that when they were doing the pilot exhibition, a new system, so-called, people will go and register, and the system will say they're already in the system. Do you remember? And we said it, we brought it here, we showed you evidence. People went to register on supposedly a new system, and then the system will show that they're already in the system. So if they should look internally at their systems and their processes. And that is why we are calling for an independent audit of the entire register in relation to multiple registration. Details of all those who have engaged in multiple registration, including their photographs, ID numbers, centers where they engage in multiple registration, etc., should be made available to the political parties, to this independent entity for verification. We are highly suspicious of this move because we are aware that the management of the EC has transferred almost all the experienced ICT experts at the headquarters to various regions for very strange reasons. And then they are currently moving the non-IT staff and replacing them with questionable political proclivities. Now you can go and check. Check whether all the majority of the IT staff at the headquarters have not been moved to the regions. And check whether moves are not being made. In fact, the process is ongoing now as I speak, to move almost all the experienced people at the headquarters away from the headquarters. In effect, Jim Mensah and Akufo-Addo have compromised the electoral process. We hope that the so-called deduplication exercise will not be an excuse to delete the names of persons who belong to certain ethnic groups. We are watching with eagle eyes. We believe that this comprehensive audit will also help address our observation during the pilot registration exercise where there were cases of false matches, what I was talking about earlier, owing to system failure in order to ensure that genuine persons are not disenfranchised, and every Ghanaian should be interested.